Hello folks, welcome to another episode from Hidden Numismatists. I want to discuss with you today one of my favorite coins, particularly the wheat cent, struck from 1909 to 1958. This is a very pinnacle set in United States numismatics, very popular and very endearing and close to many numismatists' hearts as collectors. So I wanted to bring this album to you and discuss to you my thoughts and the different keys and semi-keys in this series. Starts off in 1909. That's when the first Lincoln cent came out, and initially had the VDB, struck in Philadelphia. Now, Brenner, Victor David Brenner, as the VDB stands for, wanted actually the new Lincoln coin, his coin, he wanted it to be on a $50. However, the director of the mint informed him that the cent and the nickel were only up for redesign. Other denominations would have to take an act of Congress. So the cent became the coin to honor Lincoln. I quickly bypassed the key coin in this series is the 1909 S VDB out of San Francisco. The dealer I got this from calls it an MS60. I'm calling it an AU58 because it has very subwear in the fields on the obverse. 1909 Philadelphia. 1909 S from San Francisco. Charles Barber was still the chief engraver at the mint. And he did not want the public to think that the barber responsible for the new design, that Charles Barber was responsible for the new design. So rather than having the initial just B, as for Brenner, getting Brenner and Barber confused, the initials VDB were used instead from Charles Barber's request. This series was struck in Philadelphia, Mother Mint, Denver, and San Francisco. And a pretty easy set relative to other series, like the Morgan dollars, if you will. But such an important set that it definitely does deserve recognition on a numismatic channel such as mine. The 14 plain, 14 Denver is a key. On the 14 Denver, the one thing that you definitely want to look at for authenticity is that the first thing that you want to look at on the Denver is there needs to be a slant. On the crossbar, there needs to be a slant on that, because that is highly counterfeited, unfortunately. I finished this set not too long ago, and I'm proud to present on my channel another complete album. And of course, as I always state on my channel, when I'm able to, I upgrade and then sell the lower grade most of the time for a profit. I get my money back plus more. That's one that needs to definitely be upgraded. That's a good of that. Many of these I have obtained from dealers' 2x2 boxes, and some of them through penny boxes, quote unquote. I use that term very loosely, where the dealers just got sick and tired of dealing with so many that they just throw them into a dollar box, if you will. It's a beautiful 1919 from Philadelphia. Abraham Lincoln, known as Honest Abe. I'm sure that many of you know the story where Abraham Lincoln was walking from a mom and pop convenience store, if you will, back in his day. And he was walking, literally, it was a mile or two to his home. And he realized, like a mile away or so from the mom and pop convenience store, that they had given him too much change. So he literally turned around and walked right back and explained to them, I was here not too long ago and you gave me too much change. Now, I need to explain something here. This is important. The 22, as you can see here, there is no 22 from Philadelphia. Only the Denver Mint struck the 1922 Lincoln wheat cent. And in order to find an authentic one, you have to make sure that it's not rubbed off. It is a complete D that is missing on that beautiful coin. And as long as you get that from a reputable dealer, you should be okay. That's why it's called the 22 plain. Not because the 22 plain, as we use in numismatics, as being from the Philadelphia Mint. But it has no D. But Dansco is absolutely correct to call it a plain. Nothing wrong with that terminology whatsoever. The keys and semi-keys actually do need to be slabbed and graded. But I know that I purchased them from reputable dealers, and I know myself personally as a numismatist that they are real, authentic, and the real deal. So my heart is comfortable knowing that all of the coins in this beautiful Dansco are real, without hesitation or without reservation. Because, you know, when I make a purchase for a significant coin, I take my time and do my research and know that I'm getting it from a reputable dealer. As the series progresses, you will soon see that they start become AU Unk, if you will, uncirculated. They're much more easily, the later years after the 40s, let's say, are much more readily available in Unk BU than, say, the early years, unfortunately. Of course, every collector desires all of their sets to be in AU Unk, red, brown, if you will, for coppers. And of course, if you all have any questions on any of these? I also have an extra stash of Lincoln cents wheats that I have saved through the years. That's a beautiful 34 from Philadelphia. Anyway, any extra wheats that, if there's any particular ones that you all are missing for your Danscos or Whitmans, if you will, you're free to, leave a comment, and I will definitely check my extras for you and get back with you. Beautiful Unc 36 from Philadelphia. And likewise, if there's any here that you see could deserve an upgrade that you have, please do let me know. Beautiful Unc from San Francisco, 1937. I particularly like the reverse of all the reverses for the Lincoln cent. They call these the wheat ears reverse, or just wheat cents. And then we went to the memorial. And now we have the shield, which I really don't care for, but have to accept because it is part of our nation's coinage. And the second closest is the memorial that I like. And shield is a distant third. Now we're getting on to the later years, folks, as you can see, as I was mentioning earlier, how it is easier to get them in Unc. Red, brown. Now, in 1943, they were struck in steel. And these are the real legit, beautiful steels from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. They needed the copper for the war effort, as it was a metal that was used in ammunition and what have you in military. And these are not reprocessed or recoated or replated in any way. These are beautiful uncs. And I encourage all of you that are doing a Lincoln set album to spend just a little bit more money and get these in Unc. And not, spend your hard-earned money on reprocessed or recoated, replated, what have you. For any album, you need to have the original steel sense in an album. Now we're getting into red, brown. I won't bore you by showing you the reverses of all these coins, but I'll just highlight the keys and semi-keys on the first page. And any video ideas that you folks out there can give me for future videos, greatly appreciate it. And if I can bring it to you, know that I will. $49s. I'm going to go through these in a bit more quicker. Even though they are beautiful coins and deserve respect and recognition, I also value my viewers' time and don't want to take up too much of their time, because I greatly appreciate all of you that subscribe, like, and comment on my videos, and I love reading all of your comments. and interacting with fellow collectors. Nice brown unk. Philadelphia. And then let's just do a bird's eye view of these beautiful last coins. And unfortunately, the wheat cent ended in 1958. And this is just a token from a mint set that I put in. Find them in mint sets from back then. And this is a 1945 from Denver with a ragged clip. It's an error, if you will. So miscellaneous proof strikes as well. These aren't proof, but 1950 from Philadelphia is obviously a proof. Okay, so let's go back and I'll show you the reverses of the beautiful 1909s where the majority of the hitters and the keys and semi-keys are. This album was a labor of love and one that I'm very proud to call complete with the key and all the beautiful, delicious semi-keys. I believe that's the 1909 SVDB. Let's see here. Yep, I believe so, yeah. Yeah, the dealer calls that an unk. I'm being a little bit conservative and I want to call that an AU58, not giving it an MS60, but eventually it will be slapped, without a doubt. And then where's that 14D, which is also a key? Anyway, well, all right, my numismatic brothers and sisters, I think that does it for this video. I'll take a bird's eye view of the Dansco information for the beautiful wheat cent from our country. That was struck from 1909 to 1958. And I think that's it for this beautiful album, which I consider complete. Yet, as I always state, if I'm able to find an upgrade that's suitable for any of my albums, I will definitely do it. So, well, you all have a wonderful and blessed and prosperous evening. Be kind to each other. And God bless. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.